So let me start off by saying this. Now that you've seen Raleigh skyline and Charlotte skyline, you know, you be the judge on, you know, what downtown area looks the best. You know, this video I've done before, you know, somewhat done before, so this might be like somewhat of a part 2. The reason why I'm doing a part 2 to the Raleigh versus Charlotte videos, because I didn't give Raleigh its due justice. You know, I just said Raleigh is boring and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So in this video, I'm gonna give you things to do in Raleigh. Now, I've lived in both cities. I've lived in Raleigh, Durham, Raleigh, Durham, Greensboro, a little bit in Fayetteville, Charlotte. Those like are the major cities in North Carolina. That's it. Now me, I'm a little biased. The reason why I'm a little biased is because of the fact that I was born and I've lived my life in New York. I've lived some of my years in New York. So New York is really my home. It's a place that, you know, I'm accustomed to. My father and my father's side of the family lives in New York. My mother and my mother's side of the family lives in Durham. So I'm pretty much like a hybrid person. You know, I've lived in both places, North Carolina and New York. When I lived some years in Atlanta as well, and a little bit in Orlando, but mostly in New York and in North Carolina. And before I begin, you know, giving you all, you know, what the things to do in Charlotte as well as in Raleigh, I just want to put it out there. If you come from a small town and you just want you know, a bigger city that's, you know, not so big, not so much populated, heavily populated, it still gives you that small city feel, you're gonna choose Raleigh. But if you want the city life, you know, where it's like city, like it's traffic is ridiculous, the downtown has grown, I mean, till it's ridiculous. You know, if you want that real core city life, you're gonna want to choose Charlotte. That plain and simple. If you're coming from New York and you're asking, well, which city is the best? If you're coming from New York and you still want that somewhat city feel, I'm not telling you Charlotte is like New York, because there's no place on earth like New York. It's just not. Excuse me, let me be technical. New York City, the 5 boroughs, because outside of that, you just have the country life. So when New Yorkers come down here and talk about, well, you know, it's country down here. Yo, New York is like 85% country. The only areas that city are the 5 boroughs. That's it. That is it. So you would choose Charlotte. Now, let's begin with Raleigh. Part of the reason why I'm doing this video is because this dude keeps on putting in the comment section, dude named Darkmaster, yeah, you getting on my nerves now with this Raleigh thing. You getting on my nerves with this Raleigh thing. I read everybody's comments. But part of the reason why I'm doing this video is because of him. He's always talking about Raleigh this and Raleigh that and blah, 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 blah. Right? So let's go. So Raleigh has North Carolina Museum of Art, Pullen Park. Pullen Park is pretty nice. You know, you got a little train that takes you around the park. They have a carousel. Then, you know, they got a little water, lake and stuff like that. It's decent, but how many times you gonna go there? I just want to know. I'm just being real with you. Like, it gets to the point where you go there and it's like, okay, this is the 18th time we've gone. But at the end of the day, it's decent. People cook out there. They have a swimming pool, not a swimming pool, like Olympic-sized swimming pool that's there. I've been quite a few times. I don't know. I think it's 16 feet or 18 feet deep. I don't know. I can't remember. I just know that, you know, I used to go to that pool, that Olympic-sized pool, and it was nice. You know what I'm saying? You got downtown Raleigh. Downtown Raleigh has changed a lot. So they have, you know, food, restaurants and clubs and stuff like that. You got Lake Johnson. You have North Hills. North Hills is a small area, but it's a place where people go, you know, it's family orientated. I used to go to the movies, that movie theater that was over there. It's decent, but Charlotte has, like North Hills, Charlotte has tons of those around the city. I'm just being real with you. So you have North Hills, you have, you know, the Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill area. They're big on basketball. So you have NC State that's located in Raleigh that are losers. You have Duke that is located in Durham, and you have UNC that's located in Chapel Hill. Now you all know the rivalry Duke versus UNC. So when that happens in Durham, people go crazy. So people are big in sports, college basketball, that is, in specific, down in that area. What else? You have Glenwood South area. In that area, they have clubs and bars and restaurants and stuff like that. It's like a strip. And I'm talking because I've actually been to these places. So it's not like I'm a visitor and I don't know what I'm talking about. I've lived in Raleigh. I've lived in Durham. I've lived in Greensboro. I've lived in Charlotte. So all of the videos that I've done, if you're new to this channel, all the videos that I've done on these cities that's located in North Carolina, I've lived there for years. So I know what I'm talking about. You have Raleigh is great. Like it sits, I mean, it sits in a prime location, meaning that it's not too far from New York. It's like 8 hours away. It's not too far from Myrtle Beach. It's probably about 2.5 hours. Other than that, it's not too many. That's about it from what I see. Oh, excuse me, the professional hockey team called the Hurricanes. That's it. Now let me talk about what I don't like about Raleigh. Raleigh has these laws, right? Because it's the capital city. Raleigh has these real strict laws, you know? I mean, let me give you an example. So for those that have looked at my channel, know that I've had my run-ins with the law as far as dealing with North Carolina, period. Most of them have been traffic violations, you know? When I was young, I was hard-headed, got pulled over with a speeding ticket, didn't go to court, went to court, they suspended my license, I kept on driving, and then I just kept on getting, you know, ticket after ticket until they revoked it, right? So Raleigh has this law, you know, if your license is suspended, you're a first offender or whatever, regardless, you get caught, they're taking you straight to jail. Most of the time, when you do something in Raleigh, they're taking you straight to jail, especially if you're a minority. The cops down there are extremely racist. I don't care what nobody say, I'm just being real with you. Extremely racist. Another thing, the traffic is bad, but just like any other city that has grown or is growing. And the crazy thing about it is they have absolutely no massive transit down there. They don't have a subway, they don't have a train, all they have is buses. That's it. So Raleigh is kind of connected to Durham. Durham's kind of connected to Chapel Hill. It's the whole area, Research Triangle Park, all of that, right? You would think that they would have a massive transit system down there, but they don't. They just got regular buses, and those buses don't run. Like, I think the last bus that runs in Raleigh is like 11 o'clock. That's it. So that's my thing, man. I don't really like, you know, messing around with Raleigh. Let me say this. So this guy Dark Star or whatever, he leaves in the comment section the links to North Hills, right? North Hills is decent, but he leaves another link which doesn't make sense to me. It's crazy. This guy's crazy. He leaves another link, and the link is connected to is Midtown. It's talking about Midtown Raleigh. It's a place that does not exist yet. They have not finished it. Now, when they finish it, that's gonna be some nice stuff. I ain't gonna lie. The Midtown area, but they haven't even finished it. I don't even know if they started. The thing about Raleigh and Durham, they always talk about doing things. They always talk about, oh yeah, we're gonna build a light rail, but never do. This has been going on for the last 10 years. I'm just letting you know. Now, let's talk about Charlotte. Now, I'm not representing Charlotte because I'm not a native here. I just appreciate the city and the people that are here. So I'm not the type of person to wear Charlotte Hornets hat or they got like the Queen City, the crown on top of the hat and all of that. I'm just, it will appear fake to me because I'm not from here. But I appreciate the people that live here. I appreciate the things to do here. I appreciate the standard of life here. You understand? The standard of living here. Now, Let's talk about Charlotte. Charlotte has Discovery Place, South End, know the area, Uptown Charlotte. You have the Carolina Panthers and the Charlotte Hornets. It's crazy how people talk about Raleigh, but guess what? Every Sunday, this is my word, they have the Carolinian Express, right? That's a train that goes from Raleigh and goes straight up to Charlotte. All of the people that are from Raleigh, you know what they do? They put on their Carolina Panthers jersey, and they pack up and catch a train all the way to Charlotte to look at the football games, to look at the professional football games and the professional basketball games that's here. So you have Charlotte Hornets, Carolina Panthers, you have Carowinds, you have South Park area, you have Ballantyne, you have Central Avenue, you have Kerrigan's Falls, you have Lake Norman, you have Lake Wylie, you have Topgolf, you have Whitewater Center or Whitewater Park, you have Freedom Park, you have the Charlotte Knights, the minor baseball league. You have rooftop bars, you have NASCAR racing, you have the Harvey Gantt Center, and the list goes on. There are tons of things to do in Charlotte, tons. And for those that are new to the channel, I have done tours on Charlotte, right? I'm up to part 12. What I'll do is I'll leave the link to the playlist from 1 to 12 in the description box for you all to click on. Because not only am I telling you, you know, the things to do in Charlotte, I'm also showing you as well. Now, if you want a great public school education, you want your children to be educated to the T, Raleigh has them. Public school system is not that great in Charlotte. Raleigh has jobs. The only reason why Raleigh has jobs is because it's right next, it's connected to Research Triangle Park. But if you want a city, like a real city where you can do amazing things, like you don't have to do the same thing every day, you're definitely gonna want to choose Charlotte. Definitely. I mean, we got Whitewater Park. Come on. Carowinds. Carolina Panthers are here. Charlotte Hornets. I mean, come on, man. If you ever been to South End, you know how nice that is. If you ever been to South Boulevard, you could just walk straight up and down. We got a light rail, and they're building more like area. You know, they're building like, well, they're building period. You know what I'm saying? But they're building like other parts to the light rail. So sooner than later, the light rail will be able to circle around Charlotte. You'll be able to catch the light rail just about anywhere around the city. So listen, I'm not trying to sell you all on anything. I'm not a realtor. I don't work, you know, for I'm not on the city board or anything like that. Charlotte's not paying me to say these things. It's not. I just like, you know, I like to help people. You know what I'm saying? But yo, man, let me tell you something. Maybe when Raleigh gets its, right now, its imaginary place called Midtown, I'm gonna show you the virtual thing that they have. I'm gonna show you what he's showing everybody else, the link. Dark Master, that is, or Dark Star, whatever. Let's go.
We're excited about what we've created for Midtown Exchange. We're excited about the new architectural styles we're bringing to this development, and that's what we were trying to achieve from day one.
Any location, any occupancy in this property is going to have a nice view of some sort. We've designed the offices and the convention center and the hotel to have very nice views of the downtown area, the large green open spaces to the west, the gathering spaces on the rooftops and the gathering spaces on the tops of the apartment buildings and the hotel are going to be really spectacular.
We have created a unique feature in the center of this development that we're calling a Central Park, which incorporates flowing water throughout the community, which will be interactive with all the different uses from condo living to office to retail and entertainment. We've created a smaller boutique kind of condo development that then blends into the multifamily uses. Got a senior living development that backs up on the Big Branch Creek. That moves over to the high-rise condos, which we think are going to be extremely nice, luxurious high-rise living. And then we come back up the park to a 790,000 square foot twin tower office building with rooftop restaurants, lounges, retail below. At the top of the park, we have entertainment venues with the retail that transitions down into a farmer's market, a food court area, exercise facilities. Further down into the park, it gets a little more tranquil with a quieter setting and blends into the Big Branch Creek, which will eventually be part of the city greenway.
So now, that's nice. I'm not gonna lie. But at the end of the day, it's not even built. I don't even know if they broke ground. So he's showing people, well, you know, you could come here and have fun. It doesn't if you go to Raleigh right now and say, yo, I'm going to Midtown, people look at you like you're crazy. Because it doesn't exist right now. Other than that, man, you know, I'm gonna continue doing tours on Charlotte. The next tour, which will be part 13, will be the nightlife. I'm going to film that this Saturday coming up. Hopefully, if the weather permits it, you know, and hopefully if people are out and about. You know, normally they out and about on Saturdays, but sometimes people get a little like, I don't know if I'm gonna go. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to, you know, show you all the nightlife and ain't nobody out. It doesn't make sense, you know what I'm saying? But Ink Ivy, we got Ink Ivy, we got Ramir Park. Man, I could go on. The Charlatans know how dope this place is. It's a dope place, yo. That plain and simple. But other than that, man, I want y'all to like, comment, subscribe, and definitely share this video. Raleigh versus Charlotte. Charlotte beats Raleigh by far. The end.